Hello. Different camera angle. I got this thing that attaches to my phone that lets me put it places. It's super useful. A little magnet as well. Liking that. Speaking of phones, I'm just making my lunch, so I am backwards and forwards. Speaking of phones, I don't actually want that. Speaking of phones, yesterday was the announcement for the iPhone 17 doofer, and as I talked about, I thought it was going to be fairly good, a significant upgrade, and it is a significant upgrade to what I've got, which is the 13 Pro Max, and I was a little bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie. Why was I disappointed? That's a good question. It wasn't anything that I thought it wasn't going to be because I'd already seen a lot of the leaks. Those all turned out to be absolutely true. My concern with it is it feels like there is a product missing in the lineup. And why do I think there's a product missing in the lineup? Well, let me tell you, as I'm trying to find something to eat for my lunch. And I think what I'm going to have for my lunch is going to be super, super tasty. Not. Do I want that one or that one? Let's go with that. Right. Okay. So, what is missing from the lineup? If you watched the announcement, you'll have seen all of the interesting stuff that happened with what the cameras can do, the recording quality, and all of that good stuff. And that is great. It really is great. That workflow, that integration with the Blackmagic side of things, if you use Blackmagic ecosystem, brilliant. Feels a little bit weird that they're kind of moving away from Final Cut because Resolve, Blackmagic, all of that good stuff there. But that kind of pushes you down the route of either going for the Pro Max, if you want to record in ProRes RAW, you need a good amount of storage space to do that because those file sizes are fat. Or you need to, as everybody's saying now, go with an external disk. And absolutely agree with that. The problem with going with an external disk is if you're realistically going to be using it for video creation, content creation, as they market it to, that's exactly what they're doing, then you do really need to be rigging that bad boy up because as soon as you add an external disk to it, it makes wielding it a little bit awkward, doesn't it? So yeah, if I was going to use it, I'd want to be buying a case, like a proper rigged out case for using the phone for actual filmmaking, proper videography. That's not the use case for the majority of us. It's doing stuff like this. So I don't think that a lot of the headline features are applicable to a lot of people. They're applicable to a subset of people that are either professional filmmakers or really into content creation. The rest of it just feels like it would be a flex. Yes, absolutely, if you're just taking photos and stuff, there are some features in there that are probably going to interest you. Great, but that's why I think there's a model missing in that lineup. I think the Pro Monchy is actually better for professional people that want to use the phone as a camera, basically, as a video camera. I think for the rest of people, myself included, having the lenses, all of that other good stuff in a cheaper package where some of the features are software locked would make more sense and be more appealing. That's just from my perspective. I would be interested to have discussions with people that seem to think there is every person normal use case for using ProRes RAW. I don't think there is. One of the features then that I was hoping we would see but we didn't, is something that I'm doing here. It's using this external mic with the native camera app. Still can't do that. A little bit annoying. I can understand why Apple don't want to do that, but they don't sell a solution for recording high quality audio with the native camera app, which is a pity. You can use AirPods, as you've heard me use on a number of occasions. I use AirPods. They ain't great. Granted, mine are AirPod Pro first generation, and as we saw from the announcement yesterday, big changes there, but that is what it is. There's still not a real alternative to something like this mic or one of the other mics that I prefer to use. So that was disappointing. What was nice is to see that you can use finally with the native camera app recording with the front and rear. So I can do that with this app. For instance, this is the Rode Capture app that lets me use this external mic and talk to you on this. I've got this camera rigged up, so I've got the transmitter mounted to the back of it with this super useful little widget, magnetic widget that I bought. So then, am I going to buy an iPhone 17? The answer is I don't know. It would be a significant upgrade. It would. Would I get an iPhone 17 Pro Max? I don't know. The difference is only the screen size and the battery capacity. I've got a Pro Max at the moment. I find it quite unwieldy to use. It's very heavy to cart around me, doesn't fit nice in my pocket. Whereas now, the different lenses are nice, but they're on the standard 17 Pro, so I would probably likely go for a 17 Pro if I was going to go for one at all. And I'd go middle of the road, either the 512 or the 1TB device. But that's still absurdly expensive. That's still 1,500 quid. If I go for the 1TB, I think the 512 is something like 1,300, which is still a lot of money. Now, I've had this phone since it came out 4 years ago, and it served me well. I think this is probably my favourite phone I've ever had, other than the size, and I would pass this on to my dad because the trading value that I'd get for it just isn't worth it. It's like 300 quid, and my dad would be better off with this than my old 10 that he's got now. And then I'd take that 10 and use that as a camera or something. So yeah, it's interesting. It wasn't the announcement that I thought we were going to get. Everything kind of like pushed it towards the Pro features. The iPhone Air, don't really see the point in. It seems to be, it's one of those things, it's a handbag phone, it's a fashion phone, it doesn't really have any utility for me. Not interested in that at all. So again, it's pushing me towards the Pro line. The graphics changes, great for mobile gaming, don't really see the point. Again, it's a niche use case. I don't think mobile gaming is quite there yet. And having on-chip RTX is just going to add to what we're inevitably going to see, which is thermal issues. Every generation we get more and more stuff. They already kind of hinted, I think, in the announcement yesterday that they'd had to do some interesting things with the thermals to regulate the high performance cores. So I'm going to say that it's definitely going to overheat, certainly on launch until they tune the software. And all of the guff about Apple AI, well, it still hasn't materialized, has it? So that's not even a use case for me right now. So to sum it up, better cameras, ProMotion screen I already got. It feels like it's another iteration to me rather than an innovation, which is kind of what I was hoping for, or hoping all the leaks had been wrong. It's not the case, but it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, there we have it. That's my thoughts on the iPhone. We'll see if I end up with one. I won't be getting one at launch. Let's see what happens over the coming months. Yeah, all right. See you on the other side. Hope you have a good day. Catch you later.